Okay. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me on this. All right, cool. What's up, fellas? What's up? All right, let me do one little thing. Okay, all right. We in the building. Gonna break down some game tonight, and I hope the signal does well. Sometime when I'm in my apartment, I can't hear the. All right, cool. We got that. Just getting comfortable for this one. What's up, fellas? Man, I want to shout out to everybody that's been supporting the GoFundMe, man. Major League, man. Major League. I want to thank y'all, man. I really do. Let's see. I really want to thank you guys for supporting the GoFundMe. And this is Major League, man, for what we're doing. We got over 1,000, so that's cool, man. Our goal is 3,000, so I could put that in the link. So you guys can go on over there, support that, and this should be a good one tonight, man. One of my subs, shout out to that brother, man. I think he go by Bod on it's Cody, I think. Cody, he goes by Bod. You know, so he's one of my subs. So he did a video about me, and I kind of want to show it and break it down. We're gonna do a little intro monologue, and I want you guys' opinion. And let me see if I can get this up. See if I can get this up here. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. Let's go to it. Right. So we're going to get right into it. I just want to shout out to everybody. We're going to break down some game. Oh, hey, hey, TJ, what's up, dog? Hey, I thought that I just got, I got to call you out though, man. I appreciate the 20. He said throwing in throwing it. You said throwing it to you in the post. I appreciate it, bro. But I got to call you out, man. Maybe you said my prices are ridiculous. I mean, people buying it, man. I mean, I try to teach y'all, and I got to school another young buck tonight. But, you know, we're going to keep it cool. Let me go to my camera setting. I got too many StreamYards. This ain't even the one that I upgraded. I got a bunch of StreamYards from my other channels, and I went into this one. You know, you get 1 million emails, and you log in. You're like, shit, this is the one I didn't upgrade. But, you know, I'll make it work. We're going to make it work. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to play the video. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me see. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see. I don't understand it. All right, I'm figuring this shit out. All right, so fuck it. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play it. Tell me if y'all can hear it. All right, let me turn down the volume here. And we're gonna break this shit down. All right, now that. Yeah. Here we go. All right, let's get into it. How y'all been today, man? How's y'all day been? Been pretty good. All right, here we go. Tell me if y'all can hear it, all right? I'm going to turn it up. Here we go.
Video is going to be fairly brief.
Tell me if y'all can hear it, okay?
I'll be straight to the point. I posed a question to a couple people that I respect, a couple of older Black gentlemen who I've been following on YouTube for a while. One of them, Dr. E. Harlan Scott, and the other one, Dr. T.S.
First of all, can y'all hear it? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. Can y'all hear it? All right. Y'all good? So this is the brother, one of my subs that was on the last live stream. His name go by Bod on here. So he did a video after. I guess he got a little frustrated, so he did a video. So as he's talking, y'all got to make sure y'all can hear it, and we're going to go from there. But I'm playing it. I'm about to get ready to play it. And I commentate as I go. Here we go.
One of them, Dr. E. Harlan Scott, and the other one, Dr. T.S. Johnson. Now, my question was simple. Where is our Black organizations? Where are our Black organizations for Black men specifically? So on YouTube, we have what we refer to as the Black manosphere, right?
First of all, let me just say this real quick. I'll let it play. But you bringing in Tierson Johnson, I'm like, of all people, like he's the one. He got the Black Boy Male Studies, and he does a lot of shit to help Black men. So I'm like, I don't know what else. He's a damn professor for crying out loud. All right. Anyway,
it's cool. We need that. But what got me really thinking about this, let me go back a little bit. Amber Heard, I'm sure we all, if you're on YouTube, you've seen a million videos about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, right? Long story short, there was an open letter put out in defense for Amber Heard from the whole lot of people, Gloria Steinem, and all of these organizations. There's like so many of them. I sent it to, matter of fact, let me pull that up. So there was an open letter to Amber Heard. I'm not going to read you the letter. I'm just going to read you all of the organizations on here. Women's March Action, Women's March Foundation, the Asian Feminist, Lift, Refuge, Cyber Civil Rights Initiative, the Safe Center, Mrs., Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation, Dawn, Sanctuary for Families. Bro, I think there might seriously be at least 100 on here. I'm gonna just show you just briefly. Do you see all these organizations, right? So let me. So hopefully this is giving you a framework for how I got to this point, right? I know my dreads is covering. I should pull them up. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, where's our shit? Where's the black manosphere organizations? Where's, and you can have a million of them, just like we have 50,000 of these. Where's DMV Black Men's Alliance?
well, let me chime in. Y'all can hear the video, all right? I guess y'all was taking it all in. But first and foremost, number one, those are mainly white. They are white organizations, which is what he's saying. Okay. All right. They're white. All right. So I hear you, but okay, I get into what I really want to say in a minute, but we'll keep going.
Alliance. Virginia Black Men's Alliance. Mid-Atlantic Black Men Advocates. West Coast for Brothers.
Oh, shit.
Chicago's Black Men Initiative. South Carolina Black Brotherhood. Where's our organizations? And what was troubling was how quickly dismissive, and I love my elders, but they were so quick to do.
Okay, number one, he called me an elder like I'm this old dude. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I'm just old head. I'm 45. I'm about to be 46 Monday, but the bottom line is elders. I'm like, shit. Well, I guess I'm considered that in the community at this point, but nigga, I'm a trendsetter. This is what I do. So what I'm saying is, I don't know, man. It's just a lot. It's just really a lot.
My elders, but they were so quick to dismiss these ideas as if, well, we already seen it. One of them even referenced Tulsa, Oklahoma. The other one referenced the Black Panther Party. And I'm sitting here like, we got to get out of this old framework of like, the 1960s and Rosewood and like, bro, like, okay, man, it's we're going into 2020.
The problem is, this is why the young dudes need to listen to this game and take notes. I respect y'all. This is why I even did the show. I didn't have to do it, but I wanted this to be a learning and teaching lesson. He's in here. Listen, y'all. We gotta we got to understand. You talking Rosewood and I brought up the Black Panther Party because that is an organization. Okay. It was founded in 1966, I think, to the early 80s. Like it wasn't even a legit 20 years. But we understand what happened with that organization. So I use as an example that everybody fucking knows, and I said that the NAACP is another organization, another notable organization that was funded by Jews. Okay, so Jewish people. So organizations cannot listen. I understand the idea, but if anything, that's old thinking. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That's actually old thinking. That's not new. You see my point? We've tried that. That don't work. So I'm gonna continue.
Rosewood and like, bro, like, okay, man, it's 20. We're going into 2023, homie. No excuses. Where's our organizations? How long can we sit on YouTube and say, man, these bitches, da 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 da. Oh man, I can't see my kids. Oh, this, that, and the third. Where's the actual tangible organizations? Who can I send? What's the organization I can donate to right now? And that's going to take me to the next portion, right? Because I was talking to Dr. E. Harlan Scott. He had a live stream about it, but he wouldn't allow me to call in. And he said something about his phone. Bro, we're going into 2023. I should be able to go live with you. Like, you're a content.
Okay, dog. I had to comment on this one too. Dog, technology is technology. People have all kinds of issues. I seen a goddamn brand new, it was Tesla have issues. Okay, so I'm saying technology have issues. People with brand new iPhones have technology issues. I wasn't lying about that phone doesn't work. This is why I'm using my other phone that can do it. So I'm gonna try to invite you on, but the other one couldn't do it. I didn't plan to go live. So I mean, I'm not that out of the loop on how to use technology. Some shit just don't work. And I'm not sitting here trying to figure it out. I'm a content creator, but that's not, I create content for you brothers, but I'm not on here. I don't have all the gadgets and gadgets. I just use my damn phone for now. All right.
Go live with you. Like, you're a content creator. That's I can't accept that. But I'm looking at this, I got this one list pulled up because he said his whole thing is about money. He's trying to say it's more important to have, we need to support the doers in our community and the builders. Yes, but just building businesses and establishing brands alone isn't going to do it.
This is why, listen, you 29. I'm glad you told me you're 29. You couple years older than my son, 3 years older than my son. So I gotta school you, player. But don't be offended. But I'm gonna let you call in as soon as we break this down. This is the monologue we gotta go into. Listen, I've been at multi-million-dollar functions and sometimes multi-billion-dollar events and functions. And these are organizations. I've done hair at these events for all these politicians and shit like that without even understanding. I'm just hired there to work. So as I'm there having dinner with the president at the time, George Bush, which I didn't know, 2 tables down from Colin Powell, George Bush, Coretta Scott King. See, I was there. These are organizations funding and paying for the dinners, paying for the damn hotels. So I'm saying, you know what I used to do? I used to look and see who was funding it. It'd be like people like Paul Mitchell, $1 billion company. It'd be like companies like Prada, fashion brand. You have to understand. You young people need to understand how the world moves. I know sometimes we can get caught in our emotions, but you need to understand how this shit moves and how it comes about. None of them organizations won't have shit without the money and backing of who? The producers of the society. Those billion-dollar brands. Patron, which is owned by Paul Mitchell. I think he sold it now, but at the time, you know, Patron, how many times have we seen Patron sponsors in the background or pictures y'all have seen? I have.
Alone isn't going to do it. And he kept trying to position things from an either or standpoint. He did a live stream and said, do we need producers or organization? And I told him, I said, the problem is right there in your question. Or, to quote the late, great Kevin Samuels, it's not about or, it's about and. So, yes, we need our we need our builders in the community. Yes, we need our profit. Yes, we need our currency, our money.
Okay. Shout out, you know, I shout out to KS. I had some disagreements with him, but shout out to that brother. He did what he's supposed to do. He fulfilled his purpose. But the difference between me and Kevin Samuels, like I told y'all before, if y'all been following me, I saw the burnout happening. I saw the newness of that kind of paper. And I saw that happening. Who remember me calling that out like a year ago? I know how this game works, man. But anyway, that's a side note of I understand what the hell I'm talking about. Sometimes we get too excited. But anyway, let me continue.
Profit. Yes, we need our currency, our money. We need personal brands. We need all of this. I'm a music producer. I'm not shitting on him starting a clothing line or anybody doing whatever they're doing in the community. Yes, we all need to support what we're trying to do. And I love creativity, and I love especially Black men being creative, because we are the supreme creators. So, but I also understand we need organizations too, because guess what? Amber Heard had money, and guess what? Organizations are stepping in on her behalf. An open letter, and I'm not going to read this whole thing, but they came out, and this is getting major. This is New York Times I'm looking at. This is getting major coverage. So I'm saying, where's our Black organizations? We can demand coverage for things. Stop making excuses. So one of the things he said was, it takes money. An organization, that takes money. 5 tips on how to start a nonprofit organization with no money.
That's where he fucked up. You talking to a vet here. Jamal, yeah, you're right, bro. We're trying to school the young buck. He fucked up when he started to break down how to start an organization. That wasn't the question of how to start an organization. Everybody could go. How many? All respect though. How many Black women we know that started businesses to just get their name? That ain't hard. That's not the issue. We can Google how to start an organization. Come on now, brother. I'm trying to be nice to you, but that's why I called the gloves off. I don't have too many people that really go at me like this, but we continue.
5 tips on how to start a nonprofit organization with no money. Number 1, work with an attorney on a pro bono basis. I'm working with a pro bono attorney right now as a veteran. I have a pro bono veterans attorney. She's advocating for me for free. So we can absolutely find pro bono attorneys. We have Black attorneys in the manosphere. This is what I'm talking about. We have all the resources that we need to get this shit done. If Angry Man went live and 10 other content creators, hey, any of y'all that are lawyers, we need y'all to tap in. We need somebody to work with us on a pro bono basis to get these organizations started. Who's doing this? I guess I'm going to have to spearhead it. But I'm going to tell you this. If I go...
Yeah, you should. And that was my whole point when I told you in the message. You started.
Go out and file an LLC for a nonprofit and call it Black Manosphere. I don't want to hear none of you Negroes' mouths. Oh, we've been using that term, or da-da-da. Ain't none of you start the organization. Somebody better go trademark it before I do. Now check this out. Assemble a team of passionate volunteers. I would say watching live streams every week sounds like a passionate volunteer to me. Get clever with your marketing tools. And when I look at a lot of content creators' Instagrams, they're not clever with their marketing tools. I recently am getting better at this. I'm running an ad as we speak on Twitter.
This is why I teach people how to make money. I may not be the greatest social media shit, but I know how to use platforms, and I do very well. I know how to adjust, because one thing for myself, I build stories. I like to build genuine stories of branding and marketing. Two different things. And if you're just marketing just to get people just to sign up, that shit fizzles out. You understand? So we need to understand there's a difference. You're trying to market to get something, then the organization be looked at as a hustle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Brothers in here, Black Pill, Jamal, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, no.
I recently am getting better at this. I'm running an ad as we speak on Twitter. It's performing great, and I did my demographics set in Nigeria. I am not marketing my stuff to Americans musically, because I just find that they don't support. And a doodle, oh, that's a dope beat, I ain't gonna let them know. But see, in Nigeria, they showing love. People messaging me, where can I hear more? Anyway, I'll make a whole nother video on that. Get clever with your marketing tools. I could go on for days about that. TikTok is full of videos right now advocating for Black men and showing different stuff that, the other side of the argument. We already know we were raised on the argument of black men ain't shit, this, that, and the third. Now we're seeing the other side. Oh, my mom didn't tell me that my dad was trying to get in touch with me for years. She was hiding letters. She was changing a phone number. She put a restraining order. We're hearing these stories starting to come out now. What if after every TikTok video like that, it said, support Black Men's Alliance, Nashville. Support Black Men Against Misandry, Ohio. This is just me freestyling. Imagine 10 Black men in a room like this putting ideas and saying, okay, we're putting this in motion. This is me at home in my late 20s, a Black man in Los Angeles, California, coming up with ideas by myself. Number 4, select a free website building platform. This shit don't cost money, bruh. Number 5, be creative when it comes to fundraising events. Y'all used to that. Hit the cash app. Hey, man, I only got 2 people. Come on, man. Hit the cash app. And I'm not saying y'all wrong for doing it. I know y'all.
Another issue. I ask for support, yeah, but I don't sit all day and ask for cash. Y'all know that if y'all watch my channel, so hopefully you wasn't talking about me. Yes, I do ask for support, but I don't sit and pound y'all in the head about it. You think I'm going to get rich off of $10, $20? I mean, some of y'all do bless me. Don't get me wrong. But y'all know who y'all talking about, $2? I'm like, come on, man. I mean, seriously. My haircuts for women are $300, $400 for women. Hair color is almost $1,000. So if I had to depend on Black men hitting the cash app, I would probably be somewhere, probably one phone on what y'all call it, that burner phone, trying to make videos. Then you'd really be talking about me saying this nigga broke as shit. So let's cut the bullshit. All due respect, though.
And I'm not saying y'all wrong for doing it. I know y'all up here trying to get money. I'm not against it. I've given super chats and cash apps to every content creator in this space, all the prolific ones. I've given money to all of you. So I'm not against asking for cash apps. I don't got a problem sending a dude $10, $20, especially if he's giving me some game, or even just the therapeutic nature of having somebody who understands the kind of shit we deal with. I got no problem with it, and I'm not broke. I have no problem. All I'm saying is that's not the end all be all. Where's these organizations? Starting at CSUN, Cal State University, Northridge, and I'm going to see how I can, utilize the framework of school to get some of this stuff going. Because when it comes to campuses, college campuses, and just that type of environment, there's resources on campus. I can maybe get funds through some school stuff. Maybe there's a scholarship program for students trying to do this kind of stuff. So,
okay. Again, you said funds. The funds got to come from somewhere. Haven't y'all heard of? They give away Budweiser scholarships. These brands that you talk about. Oh yeah, I've been around them. I've seen it. L'Oreal brand scholarships. Paul Mitchell scholarships. These funds got to come from somewhere, brother. See, I've been around it too long. I know how this shit works. But I'm going to let you continue. Some learning lessons, teaching. I'm not trying to shit on you, but I'm trying to teach everybody else. Come on.
Scholarship program for students trying to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to be creative, and I'm going to try to get some of this stuff going. I'm going to put this on my other channel. My main channel is Body Rock Beats, BODIROCKBEATS. But I'm going to have this channel where I just put up thoughts of mine about things and things regarding concerning predominantly Black men and men, period. But there's going to be some other stuff on here too. But I just wanted to document this and put on video form that there's ways. Everything's not just about money, man. And we can't keep making excuses. There's been a manosphere for way too long for there not to be these organizations not to be existing. I've been watching YouTube for too many years for me to not be able to pull up the Angry Man Initiative.
Okay, it's kind of loading, streaming slow. Pause, it's loading. I want everybody to get it from your mouth. So hopefully y'all can still hear me on this end. It's almost finished. It's like 2 minutes left. But Bob, what you say? You said everybody pay attention to how Dr. E is trying to either or. I said from the jump, and we need both. I understand that, but you just did a video talking about the organization. Why nobody doing it? You included me. Okay, here we go.
The such and such initiative where's these organizations, bro?
The whole video is built on organizations, though, fam. You can't say I'm saying either or. Your video saying organizations. Where are Black manosphere organizations? You didn't say either or. That's your question. And I'm telling you, it's still loading, y'all. I'm telling you that I'm saying the doers. You made a video saying, see, you trying to make it seem like that I'm saying it's either or. The problem is I'm saying I'd put the groundwork in. If you want to do organization, I don't have no problem with that. I already told you that. But I want y'all to hear the end of this. And I want to school y'all on what I really want y'all to hear the whole end of this. That's why I'm kind of pissed off, because it all sums down to, Bod, your last 2 minutes, it might blow up the spot. Black Pill then might say something different. So it's still loading. But I guess, hey, Bod, you gonna blame that on me too, the technology? I can't help it, man, I mean, shit. Damn it. Why y'all doing that? I'm gonna open the line up. I'm about to open it up. I'm gonna finish your video and I'm gonna open it up. Yeah. You talking about me, Sigma? Because you talking about me? Don't spend this much time explaining. You talking about myself? I mean, shit. I'm trying to do a learn. I'm trying to do a. I've never done this, so I don't really. I interview pimp guy. I do a lot of shit. So I'm saying I'm using this as a learning lesson. Y'all never seen me do critique videos. This is my first time, and that's probably why I'm having this loading issue right now. Oh man, hold up, y'all. Damn it, I don't understand. All right, well, fuck it. Well, I can go ahead and finish it up because I know what you said. Then you went on to talk about. Here we go.
The such and such initiative for the. Where's these organizations, bruh? Where's our open letter being penned? I believe there's brothers in here that know members of the Nation of Islam. Why we not reaching out to them and trying to, hey, we need y'all to help advocate. We know y'all on your Islam stuff, but look, there's specific things the black men going on. We need y'all to be a mouthpiece for. So this is all I'm saying. This is just a video and a message I want to put out to black men. Let's just start showing and proving, man. Show your work, like Kevin Samuel said. And I think a lot of these dudes don't want to really admit that, yeah, we should have had this. We should have had these organizations. This stuff should already exist. Shouldn't take me saying this. We should already have these organizations that are advocating, that are doing things. And you can get a lot more done for free in 2022, 2023 than 1965. I think some of these old dudes' frameworks are still outdated. Even they can't understand what's right in front of them. They don't understand that this cell phone is the new TV, and that you're on free platforms where you can reach out to people directly. We have platforms like Fiverr where we can employ people for dirt cheap. I got people doing $100 jobs for $10, $15 on Fiverr and doing better than people here in America with less ego and less bullshit. Hey man, this is what I need. Okay, send reference picture. Okay, here. Okay, 3 days, turn around, and it's back. Not dealing with nobody's ego. Not, oh damn, he overcharged me, hit me over the head. None of that. And our currency is worth more than most of these countries. So Fiverr is a great platform. Another platform that can help you get all of this stuff going. You don't even have to pay U.S. workers to do a lot of our stuff, like our mass emailing and organizing.
I'm gonna finish the last few seconds up. Do y'all see where he's
organizing stuff for the company, filing stuff? We can outsource all of that stuff on Fiverr. We can be capitalists too. Come on, man. Like I'm really getting sick of this. So, I would love any of y'all's feedback in the comments. What are we at? 14 minutes. My bad. I went hella long, but I had.
Okay. Can anybody tell me where he fumbled at the 1 yard line at? I'm going to open up the call line so he can explain himself. But can anybody, let's be honest, this is learned. We all brothers here. I ain't trying to shit on them. But look. You say you speaking? Yeah. Do anybody know where he messed up at here at the end? That was a major fumble. Brothers was supporting it until the fumble. Anybody? I'm gonna let the chat say it. I ain't gonna say anything, so he won't think I'm shaping somebody's mind. Sigma crazy. He said, this dude keep asking where. The wrong question. Where is this? Where is that? Trailblazers, creators, created. So he's born in Nashville. Yeah, what is your background? Caribbean or Nigerian? You said, oh, Nigerian? Oh, black people said, I'm sorry. Misread it. I was reading it. That's so Nigerian. That's black people ass. Thought I heard Nigerian. All right, well, I'm open to call on in a second, but I want anybody just to kind of answer at the end where he talk about the jobs, and I'm gonna ask you about that. I said and told you, I create jobs, I create businesses for people to work. I employ brothers so we can be on our own, but you just went and did all that talking, and you talking about paying people overseas, and I'm actually doing it here. You see what I'm saying? That's what, see, you can't, when you talk to Dr. E, see, I'm a doer, so that's a hard one. This is a hard one to come at. I'm not the typical YouTuber, so it's a little difficult, and I'm giving you a chance. I'm going to give you a chance to explain yourself, so I'm about to add the link. Let's see. Okay. What? How you? All right, so I added the chat, the call up. Let's see how this is going to go. I added the link to come on up, Bod, and explain yourself. Let's see here. Give him a second. So what do y'all think about that conversation, man? As he get himself situated. What do y'all think about that dialogue that he had to his viewers? Oh, hold on, let me see. I open up he said I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Come on, man. I put the link in the chat, bro. I don't understand what's happening. Let me double check. What's up, Into the Light? What's up, fam? So I'm a little under the weather tonight, but I'm here, family. Just resting. Yeah, man, just rest up, man. And okay, here we go. I think he's in the room. Let me open. Just resting. Yeah, man, just rest up, man. My bad. I'm going on my other phone. Let's see who we got in here. All right, here we go. Let's see who we got. What's up, fam? What's going on, man? Here we go.
What's the deal? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, you got to explain that one to me now, man. Come on, what's good, man? What's up?
Hold on, it's an echo. How do I stop the echo?
You got to explain that one to me now, man. Come on, what's no, it's probably on your end.
Hold on, it's an echo. How do I stop the echo?
You got to explain that one to me now, man. Come on, what's probably on your end.
You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. It is an echo though.
All right, is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
All right, cool. So, bro, come on, man. You
gotta explain yourself. When you come at me, man, that's a tough one. So I want you to explain yourself. Come on.
Look, yo, I wasn't, but see, you took this like I was just coming at you. Bro, I was
not necessarily. Not necessarily, because if I felt that, I wouldn't have had this dialogue. I would have. I'd nip that shit in the bud. I don't. I want this to be a teaching lesson. So maybe I can learn something. So come on.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Like, I don't want you to think I don't fuck with you, bro. Like, I fuck with you heavy. You already know. Like, you pimp God, bro. I'm a supporter, bro. I'm not coming at you. And like I said, I wasn't even just talking to you. So when we were messaging on Facebook, I was also messaging Dr. T. Hassan Johnson.
Oh, okay.
So this was like a response to what you and me were talking about and what he was talking about. And you both were kind of saying different things, but both kind of saying like organizations kind of aren't would you say aren't the solution, or just at least you're saying it's
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. So you saying you actually talked to him through chat? He responded?
Yeah, we Facebook friends. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So he was saying what now?
He was saying, he was bringing up Rosewood or Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he was basically saying even if we start these organizations, we're going to be attacked and we're not going to have the support. So that's what I was talking about with the framework, where I felt like some of these concepts are old. Like, we can't just keep saying like we're not gonna start stuff because the white man gonna come bomb it. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you on that. I mean, and I understand his point too, because like the great Neely Fuller said, I mean, once we do that, we see what happened to them. They always infiltrated. So that's number one.
Yeah, I get that. But all I was saying is this. I wasn't saying we need to choose between. That's why, like, when you went live and you were like, do we need producers or organizations? I'm saying both. Like, what if we had organizations advocating specifically for us? The Black Panther Party wasn't really addressing Black manosphere type issues. I'm talking about specific stuff we talk about day after day, week after week. Child support, the court system, stuff that we deal with specifically, not Black women, not an all-encompassing organization for Black people, Black men specifically, and the Black barbershop conversations that we have. You understand where I'm coming from?
I got it. I do understand it. But again, where's it at? You have to start it.
and that's what I'm realizing. And that's fine. Look, I'm not saying, like, and to the dude in the chat, whoever this Sigma dude, man, yo, man. I understand is he one of your subscribers, but like, he's not making nothing he's saying makes any sense. Why can't I talk? Wait.
No, go ahead.
Why am I not allowed to talk about something?
So I don't think he's saying you can't talk about nothing, but I wouldn't worry about that.
His exact comment. He said
don't worry about that.
Or he said a real trailblazer wouldn't be talking. He'd just do it.
Listen.
We ain't been watching Kanye, who's a doer, who's the richest Black man in history since Mansa Musa, is on platform to platform, talking his ideas through, talking about we need to do this. Kanye's talking about all kind of shit he ain't done yet. He's talking about running for president, all kind of shit.
But here's the thing. He also done a lot. So it's like, you got to get these ideas out, which is probably what you're trying to say. But the thing is, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But the thing is, if you have the passion, now, if this was a consultation, I'd be telling you, if you had a passion, maybe it's in you to do it. Then you know people like me that you can get together. Hey, Dr. Scott, I'm doing this thing for my organization here. Where you at?
LA.
In LA. I want you to fly out. I want you, and I'll be like, cool, what's up? What is it about? It's for young Black boys. Boom. All right. Well, I'll be one of the official sponsors for it. Boom. I'll be out there. That's how it works, bro. It's like, I get what you're saying. We need them, but we got to have people that's really actually doing it. Like, some of these organizations, man, they only want just money. See the flip side of that? They only want money and never go nowhere. So you gotta get with the doers and you start the organization. Because you got one right here that will support it. It will be me. But in order to do that, for me to even support it, I gotta have people backing what I'm doing on the ground. I got the young people. I got my high school. I got teenagers. I got all of that. But they have to see people doing shit. If you go to any of these young people, man, and say, look, I got this organization, they're going to be like, okay, all right, nigga, whatever. They don't give a shit about that. But if they see the activity of somebody in the community doing it, and you got to create the creative side of it, they communicate like that. You understand? So you can do it. I hear the passion, and I actually agree with you to a certain degree when it comes to really, in other words, maybe I'm wrong, that you think that that's really the key to it all. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's a missing piece. That's all I'm saying. That's a missing piece, in my opinion. But I was really just asking the question, where are the organizations? Now, if collectively y'all feel like, nah, we don't need that shit, then fine. But I was just saying, where's our organizations? The same way all these other groups got women's group this, the Asian feminist this, white feminism this. I'm just saying, how would it hurt us to have official Black manosphere organizations that are doing shit, that are out in the community, that are like, YouTube is great and it's a tool, but I just think we're missing that missing link. That's all I'm saying.
No, like I said, you're actually right. But the thing is, you have one here. You have to do it. You're 29. You got the energy. You can start it. And then you're going to find out very quickly how much you're going to need people like me to be behind it. But you're going to have ideas to attract people like myself and others to be behind it. That's how those white organizations are big. I've seen the shit, man, without even knowing what I was seeing all these years. But I know how the motherfuckers work. They don't have no organization without the big dogs in it. Bottom fucking line, none. Because it comes from money, because you got to pay big time lawyers. If you're going through that bullshit, you saying with black males and we going through this, you're going to have to pay them fucking lawyers. You got to pay off some of these judges in the community. It's a whole trickle down effect, but the energy comes from people that are fucking doing and producing. That's the problem with Negro men. This is why most niggas are scared to back Kanye in the industry, because they are relying on outside money. That's why I respect him, because he threw it all on the state. He's opening the door for me, you, and everybody else to say, fuck that. We ain't dealing business with them no more. I know I learned that lesson watching that shit. Yeah. So he's opening up the doors for us to explode. This is why we have to have this conversation, which I respect, bro. I'm not really coming at you. Like I said, my son is 3 years older than my son. So it's like, I get it. You know what I mean? So, but I want you to understand, I want you to use that energy and you build it. Come up with things that you think is very important, and you start getting around people, like I said, that's building and moving and shaking and moving. I would love to come to LA. I ain't been out there in years. I would love to come back out there and do something fly with something that you put together. That shit ain't hard.
Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. This was just the first idea of it. Like that. And that's why I just felt like people were a little too quick to dismiss it. Like even in the chat earlier, I'm like, what are y'all so against organization? I'm not saying that's the end all be all. I'm just saying, I think this is a missing piece. And I do understand the whole, like, well, if this is your vision or whatever, you got to create it. And I totally understand that. But it's like, damn, certain people in the chat were acting like I'm not even allowed to think or say this.
Man, get over that. Don't worry about that. Like this is, we met, like some people, you may not like the way they say it, but just don't worry about that shit for real.
I mean, I
get it, but don't let that bother you. Seriously, and we bigger than that. You bigger than that. Don't let that bother you. You know, people didn't block me out of chats. Y'all probably seen me in certain people chat room. I be going in. They had time me out. One time I was fucking with Thinking Man's Temple, and I love that dude. That's my man. But I was in there fucking with them dudes, you know, making them think, and they blocked me. So I'm like, don't trip off of that shit. You know, I laugh about it. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Oh, my man Nameless is in here. He said, no trust, no institution, no culture, no family. It has to start from building blocks of empathy. Exactly. And that's the thing. He's right. So what I'm saying to you, and I want you, like I said, it's all respect, bro. Like I respect you. You my man. I just, I want you to, this is tough love, but I want you to understand that I'm backing you. Like I said, I'm here for it. Shit. You get some things going, and you let me know. I'd love to come out there and fly out. You know what I mean? And support what you're doing. Now, I will say this. The things that I'm doing, and you need to understand, because I've been around these organizations a long fucking time, and so and how these people move, these companies, and see, I say organization, that's a Freudian slip, because that's basically what they are. Louis Vuitton, all these fucking companies are associations, more so. Like the NFL, they all teams, partner teams, and it's an association where they all split their fucking money. It's a pool. So I'm saying to you, the same way all them big brands work, it's the same thing with big corporate brands, Paul Mitchell, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of them. It's one big fucking organization, basically. They bring in different designers for different seasons. They all recruit within. We need to build the same. That's what I'm taking upon myself in doing. But the sad thing about it is, I do have brothers that support, but I have mostly foreign people that fucking support. I had this Latino chick that was one of the models. She wasn't the models in the show, but she has my profile and my assistant, a Black Label, as her profile. She has about 50,000 subscribers. So I'm like,
let's talk about that. That's what I was saying with the Fiverr thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but what are you against outsourcing anything to other countries?
Man, I had to do it a little bit. I'm not against it. I do it with my brand now. I have to I get my shipments in.
That's what I was saying.
The material.
But that's all I was saying too.
I know what you're saying. Listen, yeah. I know what you're saying. But what I'm saying to you, on the flip side, I know exactly what you're saying. We can get things done, and if we need some graphics and stuff like that, you're absolutely right, without the bullshit. But what I'm telling you on the flip side that you probably just didn't add is that I get it, but I'm creating jobs. I'm creating opportunities with those resources I'm getting here. So that's probably what you're alluding to, and I know that's what you're saying. So you use what you can for cheaper and get things done to build here, which is true. I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying my focus is making sure that we are creating and using our platforms to actually know how to use our fucking hands again and do the same goddamn thing. But what you are saying is correct. You got to deal with a lot of bullshit. I try to get a lot of brothers that do graphics. Myself here, I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, a lot of brothers I try to help, but they couldn't follow through. They ain't want to what? Do it. They didn't want to do it. Niggas out with bitches, chasing around. I've seen this all so many times. How many black men I tried to help because they say they can do this, and I start sending them business. They don't want to do the work.
You know what I'm saying? And like what I love about Fiverr is, because I guess our currency is so much more than theirs, you get shit done for the low. Like, whatever it is, whether it's logos, marketing. I mean, there's so much on Fiverr, but that's all I was saying with that. I was just saying, like, what can we be doing? I understand we may not have all the backing, but on a ground level, and I'm genuinely going to do my part to see what I can, start. But let me ask you this, okay? Yeah. So once everything is kind of like started, how would you go about incorporating that within the manosphere?
You said what? What'd you say again? You said the resources. What?
So if I were to start, let's say just an organization. Let's say for the time being, it's called because I heard you reference the Black Male Studies thing with T. Hassan Johnson.
Yeah,
that's a major at that, or that's one class at that school.
Yeah,
that's not like an organization. That's just a class that people take, and there's some good information in that. But if you don't go to Cal State Fresno, which is where he teaches, you can't take that class. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that's a great starting point, that class, but an actual Black Male Studies organization.
Listen, I'm going to say this. As you're talking about it, I'm going to say this. And this really came about just now when you talking, right? Which is a great point. But I'm going to say this, though. As I'm sitting here thinking, since you labeled me as the old head. But I'm gonna say,
man, I said elder. I didn't say older. I said elder. Look, you what, early 40s? You're not old at all.
I'll be 46 Monday, man.
Right.
So y'all gotta show me some love. My birthday coming up, man. Y'all gotta show me some love. Fuck that. Hit the cash, yeah. Fuck that, yeah. Birthday on Monday. But anyway, but no, and I'm gonna share this with you, man. Like I said, I'm glad we're having this discussion. Like I said, it's all love, bro. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I'm being straight up. So,
and
but
listen, real quick before you finish. I'm not, for anybody even in the chat, like, I'm not saying I know it all, bro. I'm still learning too, and
I know
some
that
of my ideas, maybe they, in practicality, may not manifest the way I see it. This was just me, so I'm taking direction too. I'm taking correction from.
And listen, man, and that's what I'm about to say. That's actually where I'm getting to, because people like myself. I was reading some of the comments too at the same time. I see Nameless is dropping some game. He said there's also the Onyx Network, Black Pill, and you turned and business. Yeah, it's all good. He says it's all good, fam. This turned out to be a good bill. Yeah. So listen, this is what I want to say. I appreciate that the brothers on this channel typically kind of know what's up. We about business, and I'm glad that I built my channel the way I did, because we got good thinking brothers over here, and I'm proud of you for even thinking like that. But I would suggest this, since you just asked the question, which is pivotal to what I'm about to say. You have all these networks of guys that can contribute, right? So you have to sit and use your brain computer. Shout out to the late elder Dr. Frances Cress Welsing when she said our brain computer. You have to use your brain computer, how you can merge all of them, because it can really it could be an organization, but it's really based on all the people that you have resourced. In other words, from the people that you start promoting things within your organization that has different attributes. You got somebody that focuses on it almost damn near could turn to a school that skills for young adults. All this is part of your organization. You got people like myself that can come in and help for that. Then you got Dr. T on the other side, with just black young males and educating them on the importance of school and You got others that can do other things that are doers. So somehow you can collaborate. You can start with a few of us and start that as your basis of some organization, which you wrote out all the points. You talked about all the points. You start that. And you reach out to us and say, hey, this is what I'm start doing. And it's like I said, I know you're passionate about it. Then if I get behind you and doing the fly shit, then other people are going to say, yo, what they doing over there? Then that's how you bring in other people. But we have to start being colorful again of whom we are as a people. And that is what people are going to gravitate to. Like you said, I'm a natural trailblazer. All them hair colors, all these bras been wearing, people that know me in the industry know that I was one of the originators to do all of that shit before they even, because all these hair colors and shit people do, you can just go buy them now. I had to create that shit back in the day. So I'm saying this is what I do. I set those things. I see things. I see things out. So I'm saying you create something, I'll be a part of it. It's going to gravitate to build upon what you have started.
Right.
So you got people like me in your bullpen. It's a great start. So I'm saying you take that passion and do it. I'm already saying on live that I will back you.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. Yeah. Cause I mean, it was just really an idea. Like when I saw that open letter, I was just like, damn, the way they come out and the way women come out and support each other, I got to give it up. They support. And that's to your point too about when you always saying like, man, brothers don't support. There's a lot of truth to that, because there's even if you don't have a lot, you can contribute a little bit, and then you're going to turn and do more stuff with that. And then that puts you in a better position to support more shit. So I see what you're saying as far as the economic aspect. All I was saying was, I guess for me, I just thought that by now we would have more like institutions and organizations started. But to your point, it's not that simple. And like you said, you got to see it through. It starts with an idea, but connecting all those missing pieces and stuff like that.
And like I said, man, and like I said, bro, like I said, this was a great discussion, and it's like all respect. But I want you to take it away from, okay, now you said all that, now you better get it done.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now you get to test your own thoughts and ideas. You gotta hit the ground, and you got to do it. See, now I'm gonna hold you accountable, because I'm like, shit, I'm taking on a lot of this shit on my own, trying to build and create jobs for brothers. The main platform of my brand is to bring back heterosexual males, black men, masculine men, and feminine women. That's what my brand actually represents. So I'm saying I'm doing it in an esoteric way, which is why I need the brothers to support, meaning I'm not just trying to sell clothes. I'm not like that. My shit has meaning. And so one day I'm gonna do a video and breaking down. It's all in the clothes. Pimp God knows, he see it. I already told him what it is, but it's all esoteric. But you have to see yourself. That allows brothers to become, you're pouring in, but y'all see where I pour my money. I'm doing big ass fucking events. So it's like, that shit ain't cheap.
Yeah. Especially in New York.
So if you ain't coming in talking about dollars, these people ain't trying to listen to you. Yeah, okay, brother. They their organization down the street. They got a little recreation center you might be able to rent out. So I'm saying the level that I'm talking, if I'm gonna be a part of it, you got to think the same way. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to be on that type of shit, and you got to think that out, write it out, and look at different parts of the organization that can be of use and of strength, and you can just build upon it.
Okay.
And once you get all that done, you like I said, you go get the name, get the Manosphere name. Fuck it. I mean, shit, nobody else did. I don't have no problem with that. When you said people might be mad, yeah, they might, but I wouldn't give a shit. I'm like, I'd be right on your side. I'm like, they ain't do it. You said what?
I feel like people would be mad at that if I literally started an organization called the Black Manosphere.
Yeah, well,
you don't think I could see like angry man and mad people being like, who is he to take this title and embrace it as his? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He probably would. Who knows? He may not be though.
Who knows? Maybe that'll get the attention it needs and everybody's support.
There you go. So you answered your own breakdown. So next time we're gonna bring your ass up here and we're gonna say, I'm gonna hit you back by February. I'm gonna give you by February. Maybe February. All right. I'm gonna let all the holidays go, but we're gonna touch back with your ass. Say, did you get the organization started? I'm ready to do some work. With Dr. Scott, I'm still waiting. Nah.
I'm gonna have to show and prove now. Damn.
Yeah, you are. See, you put your feet to the fire, but it's all good because it's part of doing, man. I want brothers to get in the habit of doing, and I'm proud that we had this discussion. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just get it going, man. You got me. You got me right here live saying I will definitely be behind it. Well, that's without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear, man.
You know, shit.
Like I said, like I wasn't trying to like. I'm in full support of everything. Like as far as you and Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, I was just posing this question, and it's good to talk and think things through as well. Like that's what I was trying to say to Sigma is like part of the idea. Talking it out is helping me see it clearer, and even hearing the pushback from everybody is helping me work out the kinks. Like, okay, damn, maybe that wouldn't work, or maybe we would have to do it this way instead. So. It's all just talking through like you always do on your channel, just like a stream of consciousness. You know?
It is, bro. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see if Nameless gonna come up. But I appreciate you. I appreciate the breakdown, man. I wanted brothers. Like I said, I listen, man. I want if you've been following me for a while, which I think you have. I'm not one of them dudes that like if people try to really come at me, y'all ain't seen that side because it's like, but people don't because I know why? Because my work speaks for itself. People can Google my name and the only thing they see is work. So it's like they can try if they want to, but it's no room. You know what I mean? So it's like I hold brothers to the same thing I hold myself. You know what I mean? I don't do everything perfect by no means. There's a lot of shit I'm supposed to get done, even for this channel I wanted to do. But I be so goddamn busy with stuff, and it do drain me sometimes. Sometimes, I think as black men, we need like I said, I'm sitting there dealing with my baby mama shit. I got to do that. I need a bigger place now. I'm trying to find a house now, and my brand is expanding. So I'm going through all these changes right now, but I'm still trying to make sure you brothers are doing the things you're supposed to do and trying to get better, because I want to, by next year, shit going to be fucked up by 2023. I'm telling you. I want to be able to call black men in this manosphere to go and we gonna be the only things popping. When we do videos, I'll be in LA with you saying, look, we remember that conversation, y'all? Now we doing some fly shit right here. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I want to see. So, but 2023, man, all jokes aside, work on what you were talking about, get it popping. So hopefully by February, I can reach back and we have something to go on.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Hey, appreciate you taking the time, man. This is a powerful stream. I'm gonna keep listening, even though I'm gonna go off here.
I was gonna see my brother name was trying to come up. You trying to come up? All right, fam.
All right, fam. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man, that was a good dialogue, man. You know, my young brother, he remind me of my son, man. And you know. All right, I'm gonna put the string, I'll do this shit again. All right, I'm gonna put it in the he said I can't, give me a moment. All right, well, I'm gonna put the tell me when you're ready. I put it in the I put the link in the comment when you're ready, but I wanted to chop it up with Nameless anyway. Yeah, somebody already did copyright the Black Manosphere. You're right about that, Nameless. Oh, okay, cool. You said yep, you're right, Nameless. You execute from there. Let me see. Here we go. Bam. I'm inviting Nameless up. Yeah, man, that was a good dialogue, man. I love to hear young brothers, man. And like I said, people that know me well, I don't go hard on young dudes unless they talk smart out the mouth. But I don't, that's not how I roll. So, but he was respectful, man. He broke down this point, but I flipped it and I wanted him to hear himself, and he has to be the one to do it. He reminds me a lot of myself. That's why it's funny. He reminds me a lot of myself. So it's like, I want him to hear, and he go ahead and he can get the shit popping, And I'm proud to hear that. Hope we get it done now. Now he got to get it done now. Because I know how much work it takes, man, to get stuff done, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think my brother's up in the building. Yes, he is. Let me bring him on up. What's up, fam? Can you hear me, Nameless?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All What's up, bro?
Fam, it's been a minute. What's going on with you?
Man, just kicking it, man. Just grinding this thing out, bro. Man, how you been, man?
I'm gonna just say doing the work, man. My birthday happened on the 15th, so.
Oh, snaps! Oh, the B-Day! Oh, yeah, man, I gotta look out for you, man. I gotta show you some love too, man.
It's all good, fam.
Hey, man. First of all, I gotta get you. We gotta share his number. I'm gonna send it to you on my Instagram. You don't have my cell, do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I put it in the Instagram, man. Because we gotta link up on some stuff, man. Like I didn't forget. It's been crazy, man. Because I'm trying to move out, trying to get a bigger spot now, a bigger house now, because everything's expanding. So it's like I got that, and the baby mama stuff. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Well, that energy's shifting, so everybody's it's going to be the last scramble until the dust clears, so to speak. So I think people on an intuitive sense understand that if you don't get things in order in the next 5 months, well, really you only got 2-3, but the next 5 months, stuff is going to start really solidifying.
So let's talk about that. I definitely want to hear your breakdown. Now, and I was telling Pimp God this. I was telling him how I said by 2023, man. I said this is just my gut. I said it's gonna be really bad, yo. It's gonna be you talking desperation. You can and not to get on these broads again, but I'm just using them as a like a meter gauge. All these broads are just basically hookers. It's like I look at it like a war torn, like you know how the movies where everything nuclear bomb went off, and then you like Denzel Washington, like Booker Eli walking through a chick here and there. She'd do anything for some money. It's kind of like that spiritually, man. Would you agree? I mean, what is your thoughts in these next few months, man?
I mean, when you commoditize human interaction, this ends up being the result where human life gets broken down to just being nothing more than the sum of its parts. Yeah. And in this idea, you're stuck with this parasitic energy that's been defaulted as normal or normalized, if you could put it in a different context. And so this mutual parasitic relationship with regards to the way human beings are seen, more specifically with relationships overall, it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. So here you are in an environment where you were in abundance, but you were still behaving as though you came from scarcity by being parasitic. And your definition of functional relationship is mutual parasitism. So now that the environment is starting to become scarce and you're still animated by this mutual parasitism, it becomes, you can't feed on everyone else but so much. And so you begin to feed inwardly. And there's only so much of that you can do until you become hollowed out.
Hey, that's cold-blooded right there.
You're left from your prefrontal, higher functioning emotional predisposition to lower level, lower frequency survival mode. And it becomes, again, that self-fulfilling prophecy because that's the way you've been taught to interpret reality and your place in it. You see what I'm saying?
So it's basically, I do see what you're saying. I'm just going to ask you this. Basically, it's like spiritual masochism to a degree. Is that what you're saying? To that level?
We can just say that the culture's already been calibrated for it. You remember Yurugu?
Who?
The story of Yurugu?
Vaguely. You got to refresh my mind. I do remember a little, but refresh me a little bit.
So let me put it to you like this. You can have two functioning systems that the creator will acknowledge. One, a system that's predicated on the solar modality that we understand, with the sun being at the center, and it provides life, energy, balance, and rotation. It is an expression of light, and it stands in contrast to the shadow or the darkness. And then you've got the inverse, which is a black hole system that feeds off the radiation that emits from that black hole. And it still produces the means by which a cycle can be realized, but it requires a massive amount of consumption at a very high degree, at a very tiny point in order to work. This is what people are wrestling with right now. The solar modality or the black hole modality.
Damn.
And I really want to emphasize this because you saw this play out when you look at things like the Jedi versus the Sith philosophy. When you saw this idea of the rule of two, for example, when you start getting into this one that embodies the power and the other to crave it, that's what this Western paradigm really amalgamized. It really took to that concept, born from a system of scarcity. It saw mastery over self, which initiated from a disconnection from the environment. And in response, seeing that as a sovereign master potential over everyone else, that's how it acquires control. It demands control. And since it's animated by fear, those that are around them that can't acquire control assume a subjective role as being a slave. And so this is how you get the master and slave paradigm. They're both narcissistic and craving the power of one another and resenting one another. But it's the job of the master to stay separate and keep the slave at a distance, while at the same time using that very distance as a justification to try to take power from the master from a position of weakness.
Damn.
That's what they've been conditioned to. They haven't been taught to get out of that fear paradigm, which would put them in the opposite modality of love, starting with self-love. But if you can't love yourself, how in the world can you be animated by anything but fear, besides maybe indifference?
Damn, bro, that's cold-blooded, man. You be breaking that shit down. It's like, so let me ask you this. That with that being said, when you're out, yourself, nameless, when you're out, what are you looking at, and what do you see? Obviously what you see, the breakdown there, but I'm asking you, like, how do you see the society when you're out, your immediate surroundings?
It is completely and utterly bereft of empathy. And ultimately what I see are automatons. As well-intentioned as they want to be, it's on autopilot. At the highest levels, it's limbic, but at most levels, it's lizard brain level. And it's difficult to fault anybody, particularly when you come across a lot of the women that are there, because this environment was created for them to be that way.
Damn. Yeah, when I see them, man, I was out with Pimp God. We was having lunch, and I was just saying, I said, just look at them, man. They are gone, man. I mean, like, almost all of them in the Western culture, man. I mean, any productivity, you doing anything, they actually run from that. They're not being inside your consciousness. No. It's almost like you're saying, it's like they're so conditioned, like I say, automatons. That's literally what you're looking at. You can't even have a conversation, man. Let me explain to you. I was just invited, the girl that worked for me, she invited me to her friend, and she's 28. She invited me to her friend's Friendsgiving thing on Saturday. And I just hung out with her. I just wanted somebody to talk to, just kind of, I had some ideas, and she's receptive. She takes it in. So I went, picked her up. We rode around. We went to Pentagon City Mall, and we walked around. I was sharing ideas. But we went to her little friend's dinner, and I'm sitting there looking at these younger, beautiful women, man. Like, but it's the same thing we see guys on TikTok. Same stuff, nothing different. Nice shapes. But I'm looking at them saying to myself, it's nothing I can do with them other than, like you said, just primal sex. And at this point, with my vibration and how things change, I can't even do that anymore, bro. Like, just with beautiful women, I can't even do it.
You know, it's interesting how a lot of women are beginning to kind of snap out of that malaise, because the question simply just becomes, once you've technically been able to acquire everything, and you see from their perspective how the overwhelming majority of men are essentially invisible, no pun intended, seeing invisible, they have to ask the question, what more is there? And some of them are. And a lot of them have started to kind of realize in a way that they've been kind of duped. At a certain point, if your whole paradigm has been mutually parasitic, and you're coming across the environment where they're looking for somebody to latch onto, and the majority of men are stuck with really 3, but 2 primary choices. Either one, they become the shit, unequivocally the master of the damn universe, or you check out 125% and you take exactly what you need and you leave behind everything else as though it was never there. And I don't think people understand that is a masculine principle utterly and completely. It is a response to the environment. And more importantly, it's a response to the ultimatum that's been presented, which says nature's judged you and I found you wanting. And it's fine, I'm going to take it anyway, or fine, you don't exist anymore. And so that leaves the overwhelming majority of women stuck with nobody to latch onto. And they have to, again, ask the question of their nature. Is that what she really is? And to some part, yes, but to another part, no, because there needs to be some means of stability so that she can finally let go. And when some of them get that taste of stability, that taste of genuine being subject to being given direction, they exhilarate in not having to be in that energy. And then they begin to go, all right, maybe I had this all backwards. Now they start dialing back statements they're making about men in general. Now it's this divine feminine concept, the divine masculinity. That's where all of this is coming from.
And she's fighting her program, and then she would actually sabotage it. Once she kind of there's two ways it can go. She becomes totally submitted and vulnerable to it. But most women don't do it. Once they get to that part, they either sabotage it. Most times they just sabotage the whole thing.
It's a process. If they're around a network of women that are trying to do the same thing, it can help.
Oh yeah,
they'll start showing signs. I call it sleepwalking. You know, they're kind of going through the motions, right? And there's lucid moments they'll have on occasion, but by the time they get past 7 years old, like, really it's a wrap for the overwhelming majority. But you know, there's exceptions to every rule. But that's generally what's happening right now.
What they call it? What is Gurdjieff? I think he called it a waking sleep.
Yeah, I just call it sleepwalking. I don't know any other way to really articulate that point, but I think you see what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know. No. I just thought about another term too. No, but I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And I'll say this. I'll say this to emphasize the point. You can go ahead and rock with it too. And you probably noticed this. When you get certain women who are in that sleepwalking phase, when they get around your energy, you know, you could even bring them to the crib, or you can be wherever at you at in a chill spot. They'll tune into that frequency, and at least while they're there, they're actually who they are. Yeah.
That's actually true.
But then the moment they leave and they get involved in their everyday life, you know, because they snap right back into it. I don't be checking in, asking questions and stuff. It's like, look, you coming through? Yes or no? All right, bet. Or, you know, you just leave it as it is. But at the end of the day, when they get around that energy, they can tune into that frequency, which tells you what you need to know. What you need to know. Go ahead, fam.
No. I'm disagreeing with you. No, you're absolutely correct, bro. They do tune in, but here's the thing: most brothers don't really experience women like that because it's mostly transactional. So it's like, even when I was at that event, all the guys were on their phones, and we all at a dinner table. And I didn't have my phone. I had it with me, but I'm just looking at everybody. Everybody's head was in their phone. I said, we all at this table, all this melanin in here. Nobody's talking to each other. We inside a house and everybody's on their cell phone. That was some weird stuff to see, man. I couldn't understand it.
You know the difference between solitude and exile?
You said solitude and exile?
Yeah, let me not use exile because that's an action word. Being alone and being in solitude.
Yeah, break that down for everybody.
It's the energy that animates the action in the first place. When you choose to separate yourself from others with an energy of self-love, with the goal of transcending your previous state, you can be completely by yourself with no one there and not experience loneliness. But on the flip side, you can be surrounded by people, but because you don't have that empathetic connection with those around you, you can be completely by yourself, even though you have somebody that's within arm's reach.
That's real.
And that latter scenario is the new normal.
Yep.
And that's what I meant when I talked about how the lack of empathy is probably the last thing that allows a human being to be human. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think human beings survive just off of the survival of the fittest thing. I think that's exactly how the Neanderthals got wiped out, because that's all they had.
I agree with you.
If you look at human beings, we don't have claws, we don't have fur, we don't have blubber, we don't have super speed. Chimpanzees are stronger than the average human. We don't have heightened senses to see different spectrums. We don't have specific organs that are designed to sense tremors on the earth. All we have is our ability to communicate. That's it. We have the ability to communicate in language with the prefrontal cortex that lets us presuppose what may happen in the future. These are all things that aren't talked about, but this is how we survived in nature. And these are all things that empathy emphasizes.
I agree, bro. You are 1,000%. Me and Pim God was listening to you when you broke that shit down on Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's channel. We was like, bingo. But I don't think, I love them brothers that was on. That was a great panel. But I didn't think they really got totally what you was saying. Totally. It's a collective. I don't think BGSD. I talked about it before, but that shit, when you said it, that is the absolute truth. And that is what we're lacking. Once that goes, Utah, it's totally,
it's over. You're a robot.
You're robots, man. You're just mechanics. Like it's so deep like that, man. And even our communion with just having communion with your fellow brother, and all that's gone because he's not connected. He's somewhere else. He don't give a shit. The women, they all gone. They just totally what society. She's a complete prostitute to the whole society. I ain't just talking just sexually. Her thought, her everything she does. Her words, everything she do, she don't have any direction at all. It's just sad to see, man. It's really sad to see.
But what do you expect when their initiation into adulthood is essentially having that empathy stolen from them?
Yeah.
I mean, not only is it stolen from them, it's baked into the culture as normal. In fact, you're not seen as an adult. And I'll just stick to the adosocial complex because that's going to be, we're the canary in the coal mine, right? That's the new model that's about to be rolled out for worldwide consumption. It's why I stated before that there's more value in the adosocial complex for a female to be a mother than to be a wife.
Yes.
So much so that being a mother, and I mean the literal biological automatic disposition of her not having a Y chromosome and a child was produced. Just the strict biological de facto, you are a mother, not the action of parenting or even knowing how to parent or to give life or bring life and rear it. I just mean the biological fact that they are female and had a child. That's what's valued more than being a wife. And once you're at that point, your ability to relate to the men that are there really puts you at a very animalistic level. There's some raptors, and I call them raptors because I'm talking about birds of prey that function that way. But those same raptors have other entities that pair bond for life. But you'll also see insects that function that same way. You'll see certain amphibians that function that same way. But they also have a whole lot of other mechanisms that instill survival instincts at a baseline level. So you don't need two parents to have that happen. As human beings, our brains are way more complex. And we require not just epigenetic transfer of information, which largely comes from the woman, but there is a guidance process that requires the skills that a man can provide. And it has been biologically proven that that's the role of man. To provide direction.
Yeah.
Direction. if you've got the state that's acting as a subordinate father, I don't think you can have a one-size-all father for all of that. It doesn't work. And what you do get is this standardized understanding of how you're supposed to relate to the man. Because how's the government then serving that portal? Transactionally.
Yep.
You go and you sign up for this program and you get X result. You got an issue, you pick up the phone, or you get coaching from some lawyer that's going to show you how to extract more resources out of the government by way of the dude.
This is a segue into what I was thinking about today. I was sitting there. I ain't even hit Pimp God with this shit. It just hit me. I heard the shit about Kanye on child support. And then I was just sitting there today, and it just hit me. I started thinking about it. I said, this is why we fucked up. Here's a man, multi-billionaire. He on fucking child support. We don't even keep families. It's just like the queen having the damn king in Britain on goddamn child support. It don't make sense.
That's where we're at, though.
I was thinking, like, this is crazy. But to go back to what you said, it's baked in. I said, I'm like, yo, we are fucked up over here, man. He on child support like me.
Man, at the end of the day, if you don't value being given direction, because either one, you don't trust it, or two, you've been taught that you don't need it, and you're in a world of darkness, you're in that black hole modality I told you about. The light that's there is infrared, not ultraviolet. Now, I want you to take some time and take a look at the chakra system and think about where those two things occupy on the list. And I think they explain the energy that animates it. Infrared, black hole system, solar system instead, ultraviolet. Tells you everything you need to know.
That's true, actually. And that's where we are. That's really what this society has. I don't know, man. Do you think there's any hope?
Of course there is. Of course there is. And I really don't think that this is what people want. I think this is just where they're being led. And I think there's a tremendous difference between the two. I think people are being led in that direction. And let me break that down for those that are listening that may not understand the importance of the parallel that I made with regard to that. If you pull up the chakra system, the root chakra, that red energy, that infrared light on the spectrum, that's the first entry level one. It deals with everything that's on a base level, very base level. Ultraviolet is the inverse to that. It is understood as your crown chakra. It's at the very top, and it's ultraviolet purple, a very vibrant, deep purple.
Which is why purple was always understood to be like royalty of. That was one of the symbolisms of that.
Huge connotations.
Right.
But here's the important part of that. They are two modalities acknowledged by the creator, because that purple at one point gives way to another octave and you start the cycle again with the new red, just like the music scale.
Yeah.
But what's critical about this point is that you have to ascend to there. And there's one particular reason why those black hole systems prefer to create hyper concentrations of red energy and just skip the whole process and go straight to another purple. And from there, go straight to another red. It's because they skip that heart chakra, that heart energy. That's the turning point, because that's what takes you out of fear. You can rock with fear through the root chakra, through the sacral chakra, and through the solar plexus. You can be in fear and work with those energies. But the moment you get to that heart chakra, you cannot be in a state of fear and simultaneously experience love. The two are incompatible energies. That's why they're opposites. Folks think that the opposite of love is hate, and some that are a bit more red will say indifference. No, indifference is the absence of fear or love. But the opposite of love is fear.
Yep.
And so in order to get to that heart chakra, you got to have those previous three things in order. You got to have that baseline visceral root understanding. You got to have that sacral, sexual, familial direction within control and acceptance. That orange energy. Then you got to take it to the yellow. You got to have that solar plexus energy, understanding of your place within society, ability to relate and accept and give power, to understand systems, to recognize the power of creation and destruction. All of these things that society's built upon. That's that yellow solar plexus. And when all of those things are in order and working in harmony, then you can confront that heart gate. But it takes trust. And that was why I was saying that is the critical element that is missing within this society right now, specifically amongst us in our group in the 80 social complex, because we have destroyed, we've lost that trust for one another, particularly if you got a Y chromosome. Black men don't trust each other. And without that, you cannot have empathy. It's impossible. Absolutely have to have a transactional modality. And that's where we get into that mutual parasitic relationship concept I was talking about, because it takes you right up to that heart gate, but it doesn't quite put you through it to be in that heart chakra energy. You can revert right back to that root chakra again, just like what happens in these spectrums within a black hole system.
Mm-hmm.
And so go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you believe that that's kind of what I was saying earlier about how when a woman opens up to you, when they get to that point, they can either revert back or they become completely open and vulnerable to her next level of growth?
That's how the chakra system works. It's
right
from that heart gate that you launch into those higher levels. Once that heart gate is open, first you got to penetrate it. You got to break down the guardians. When you've crossed the outer gate threshold and you go into where that inner temple is, you got her. That's what she's talking about when she wants to have that mental penetration.
Right. That's true.
And that only happens when she is safe enough or has given herself enough room to be safe so she can be penetrated. And from there, that's when she learns how to let go and can ascend. It's all part of that same process, man. That's why I keep thinking, man, like human beings ain't nothing but the creator trying to re-experience itself.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's exactly what it is. It's I tell you, man, I'm gonna tell you this. It's like as you move along and in this journey, man, and you really experiencing yourself. And like I said, this is a new experience as I move, because people asking me now, man, like, man, how did you become a designer? Like, this stuff is amazing. Like, it's getting a lot of talk, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I just like nice stuff. Like, I ain't really like, I don't even see it as that, but it's just how you get to experience yourself once you get to going. And this could be in anything that you're doing. Like, you thorough, man. Like, when I listen to you, bro, I'll be like in my mind, I'm like, I gotta listen to that shit a few times, like to really, because I understand. Because these are some of the answers I've been looking for, and you just break it down in a very articulate way, and it's like, but that shit is true. And the thing is, most people are not looking for these kind of answers, man, because they still stuck, like you're saying, they stuck. And not allowing themselves to be at the heart chakra, to be vulnerable to go to that next level. Like you said, that's the empathy thing. We don't trust each other, all of that. So I get what you're saying. That's an accurate breakdown of what you're saying. I hope most brothers kind of got it. What he was saying. They kind of got quiet in the chat. So I'm like, shit.
But the catch,
yeah,
is you absolutely first have to trust yourself, and you can't do that if you don't love yourself. You can't.
But that's the key.
And that's where we're at. Like who?
So
Malcolm X made that statement of. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say but go ahead. What you about to say? You said Malcolm X
had a statement about who taught you to hate yourself.
Right.
And that we know that can be on a certain level understood. We talking about racism, white supremacy, right? But I make this axiom, and shout out to Dr. Neely Fuller, low key. I said, if white supremacy is a religion, then the gynocracy is a cult. At the end of the day, what we experience is that very same thing, only it's done through our ritual emasculation, where we're in a perpetual struggle to get approval from our mothers because we have no idea why our father's not there. And I don't think that gets enough nuanced attention when it's baked into the culture.
No.
Because the Black family unit in America is the mother, the child, and the man of the house. And that man of the house wasn't us.
Sure was.
And it's been surrogated now for the state. And so you know how you see that statue of, quote, Madonna and Child quite often, where Isis is holding Horus?
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand that was supposed to take place after the reunion of Isis and Osiris, after the quest that Isis went on to bring him back to life.
Right.
Followed by that son's destiny was supposed to be to reunite with his father after the wrong that was brought about him was addressed. We see two things happening. Number one, Isis done went with Set. And so Horus never confronts Set because Horus sees Set as his father. What are you supposed to do to that? What are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah. I mean,
do we even get a Heru the way we were supposed to?
No.
And you know, and maybe it's me sounding a bit glum with regards to that, but here's what I'll say. I think that's why there is an issue with that portal. It's the portal, and I will put it at the feet of that because the summoner can only draw forth what that portal was designed to do. The summoner can work on their ability to draw out accurately what's supposed to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
But if that circle, if that portal is bridging to a plane that's full of bullshit, I don't care how skilled that summoner is, all he's going to do is be able to draw out more skilled bullshit.
Right.
You need to address that portal and what it's calibrated towards. And so long as the controls for that have been left in the hands of everybody but Black men, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And I don't know how you do that from the outside in. You just have to work with a different portal. It's that simple. If you want this partnered, I'll go on record saying it, fuck it. You know, if you want this idea of partnership, if you want this status quo, you can work with it. You can make it happen. And it's been proven on paper that Black men are probably the best predisposed to work with this. But if you want something different, you have to address the portal that you're working with. Because not only is she psychologically predisposed to see you as a partner, her epigenetic memory is passing that on through her having access to that child for 9 months while it's in development. And that placenta is nothing more than a blood barrier. Everything she's experienced and has experienced is being shared with that child that entire time. And these are things that she's getting not just from her mother, but her grandmother and her mother's mother before that. It takes at least 2 to 3 generations of wiping that clean in a sterile environment to get to a point where you can begin to change that direction.
Damn.
If you aren't willing to change the environment and truly be dedicated to changing not just your environment that you're introducing her, but the environment that your children will have and their children's children,
Yeah.
you multiply them by 0. Now, if you want this, I'm not going to judge you. I mean, I believe in Black men having agency to decide whatever they want to put their effort into. But you can't place watermelon seeds and expect apple trees to go from it, fam. You can't. And there needs to be a reckoning with regards to that. We've been taught and calibrated to deal with these portals. But if you want to change it, that's the monumental task ahead of you. And you both have to cooperate to address it. You both need to recognize that there needs to be a change. You both need to make an effort to create an environment that's going to produce what it is you need to be prepared for the environment of the future. And it's a world where everything's commoditized and there's no sense of empathy. And the only thing that gets you anywhere is the amount of credits you have, both physically and socially. And as we're standing right now, our demographic is the least prepared to survive in that. And if you don't have any agency with regards to that, it's not going to be about you making it. It's about you going to be taking choices that other people have made for you and having no choice but to like it.
Dang, bro. Like, I ain't even got no. I mean, you are 100% right. You broke it down, I mean, because that's where I see where we are and where we headed. It's like I said, even like you said, the breakdown of the family, man, it's so bad. It's frustrating. Like I said, for me, I had 5 sons. You know that by now. But I just think my oldest son texted me today, man. Listen to this, another generation. I have a grandson, and my oldest son texted me, talking about, man, this bitch told me that I can't see my son during Christmas because I'm an unfit father. Man, I'm just done being a father. Now, he's 26. I'm done being a father, man. Now, I went through the same thing. And he used to say, man, dad ain't shit. I would be better than my father. He used to tell my father that. Like, I'm like, I didn't leave you. You know how much I had to go through to deal with that? And I was young. I was 19. I mean, 18 when I had him. So I'm thinking to myself, like, he didn't get it. Like, and so now he's going through it. Like, you know, so another generation, like you're saying, it's like, God damn, that's my grandson. That's supposed to be me left. My son, my grandson, that's supposed to, when I'm gone, that's supposed to continue on my legacy and what I've done. But again, baby mama, just generations of just, it's all fucked up, man. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'll be 46 Monday, and I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I'm just in this state of consciousness where I'm just kind of flowing right now and just letting the universe do its thing, because I don't really know what else to do at this point. I'm gonna
You know what though? Let me inject just a little bit of light so folks don't think it's 100% doom and gloom. And maybe this is just because of the way I see life. I only see 2 things that are guarantees: death and pain. Everything else is a bonus. If I can accept death, if I can accept pain and embrace it fully, accept it for all that it is, imagine every means by which you can experience that to the point of acceptance. Pain on all levels, to where irrespective if it's physical or non-physical, that I can accept it. What can actually hold me back then? And if nothing can hold me back then but me, then everything I experience in life becomes a net gain. Which tells me the only thing I need to focus on is the experience. And in order to truly experience that, I have to understand who I am, so that I can express and confront this experience that we're calling life to the fullest of my capability. That includes my emotions. That includes my feelings. That includes my goals and ambitions. That includes my downtime, my uptime, my family, the lack of one, those that are around me, the conditions under which I exist. These are all things that are like the weather. They come and they go. I experience them. They teach me lessons, and I become more than I was prior. All of this is possible with self-understanding and acceptance. It's from that point that everything is as it should be then. And my objective as a human being then becomes to be the best human being I can be by being the best iteration of myself I can be, and expressing that honestly towards those who are around me, and doing the best I can to be of service, not just to myself, but then to the world. And sometimes that means removing yourself when it's not conducive towards that objective, and allowing those within your sphere that can serve you with regards to that, so you can better serve them. Because that's the exchange of life.
Damn. I'm going to go ahead and say this, bro. I appreciate you coming on and dropping this game, man, because you have really a way of breaking shit down. Like I said, that's why I get it. That's why I could relate to Ye, because he's an artist that sometimes, and I'm the same way. I understand his creative mind, but people like yourself, you have a way of breaking shit down, things that I always think, and these are conversations, and Pimp God too, we had these conversations, man. But I'm going to say this, man, what you just said, and I want brothers to go back and really take that in, man, because that's enough to drop the mic tonight, because once you're over that fear, man, of death, and really understanding this life, the experience that you having, everything changes too, man. And you are so right about that. Your whole perspective on things, and people that don't fit into that, especially a state of consciousness that you in, and understanding that it's not conducive to the bottom line of your being. And damn, I mean, that's cold-blooded, man. I appreciate that, man, that breakdown. I mean, anything else you want to say? Any last words, man? I try to keep it at 2 hours, but you drop so much. I'm going to go back and listen to it myself tonight. I'm about to go get in the car and just go back and listen. But anything you want to share with everybody before you leave? Last words?
It's really all I'm saying, the idea of unmitigated acceptance of the truth. Absolute, resolute acceptance of death is absolute, resolute acceptance of the truth. And when you can get to that point and understand that it ain't going nowhere, it is what it is. It's not a declaration of defeat. It's not a declaration of retreat. It's not a declaration of victimhood. It is an understanding of your place within the universe and acting in accordance with it. Who are we to decide the course of the universe when it's literally a part of what we are? Just understanding how to be you will show you how to get out of your own way, and you'll figure out the things that you have and can do that you probably didn't realize because you were busy conforming to conditioning. Once you can get out of your own way, it becomes easy. And you can show other people how to do the same thing. And you'll find that we have a natural predisposition towards wanting to be animated by that spirit, that energy of love, genuine expression of that. Because with a dirty lamp, you get dim light. It's not a matter of the energy. It's cleaning that lamp off. That's all of those doubts and presuppositions that you have weighted on yourself that you might even be projecting on the others, just like a dirty lamp does. Cast a shadow. It's not that they're dirty. It's just that your own blockage is blocking them. When you can get out of your own way, when you can find that resolute acceptance of self, the chains of presupposition can be cut away with no effort whatsoever. All because you've got that blade that's been forged from self-acceptance. And that comes from self-trust and self-love. And what animates that is courage. And what animates that courage is strength, whether it be in mind, body, or spirit. If you can combine that with belief, you'll have the courage to address any fear. And death and pain will have no ability to chain you down. And you'll be free to finally be you and what you were supposed to be. Because when you're acting on that, things come to you. You've already experienced that, fam. Most of you in here have experienced it even on a subconscious level. But that's how you got there. Resolute acceptance of death by resolute acceptance of the truth, which results in resolute acceptance of the self, so that you can find the courage through strength of mind, body, and spirit, and a belief in yourself to make that happen. There's nothing nobody can do but appreciate. So I want to remind you of that, fam, and just pass on that flame. You're not alone. Maybe you're by yourself, but you're not alone. If nothing else, man, I see you. That's why I use that word that the brother Dave Tao just put in the chat. Os. To push, to endure. To endure. And advance anyway. Os.
Os. That's how you say it.
Os. Correct.
Os. Right. Man, y'all brothers, man, y'all be like, dude, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you coming up and for that breakdown, because I be needing that shit too sometime. You know what I mean? So I be in this space of creativity, and people think that I do it just for money. I'm like, yo, I didn't already experienced it early on. Like you know, you I talked to you about it, in previous videos. I'm like that. I don't do all I'm doing for money, and I want brothers like yourself, just countless other brothers that are good people, man. Like these things need to improve Black men in our stance, in our well-being, of whom we are. You know what I mean? And this is the first step. We have to understand that. So many of us are just really still chasing things and stuff, and we essentially like the females and in this gynocratic society. But I'm saying, with the gems that you drop, man, this is for brothers that are looking to receive this. That's who it's going to impact the most. And some had to go back, and listen and try to gain some more understanding. And I would love to have more nameless, like I said, we already talked about it, have them on more, because I need it. I love the breakdown, because these are things that I be thinking about and feeling. But I'm saying, for you, man, I appreciate you, man, and just your thoughts and the way you think, your process. It really helps me out a lot too, bro. It really does. And it encourages myself. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't do all this shit for no money. I enjoy just creating. I enjoy meeting people and doing things. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I can share these kind of topics and share these kind of breakdowns with brothers, and any other thing that I can do for you guys, I'm here. But I just wanted to say, man, again, I just want to thank you for coming on, bro, and breaking this down and shedding some light on a lot of this, that a lot of the universe is calling us to come back to whom we are and to discover that as Black men. And we have to be we have to just really position ourselves because it's coming back to us anyway. So
it's just the spirit of fire, man. That's that whole nature. You gotta light that spark, keep folks going. It'll dim down sometimes, but we really all we got.
Yeah, we all we got, bro. So again, man, but I'm gonna text you too, man, my number, man, because I love to just chop it up with you, man. Because where you at again? You in Houston, right? You said Texas?
No, I'm in Dallas now.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was gonna head back to the DMV, but I may visit it. I'll head back to the DMV pretty soon. I need to visit again. Regardless,
Yeah,
I still
man.
got some stuff up there in storage I gotta grab up.
Hey, you still got stuff up here in store?
Yeah, man. I got my books, all kind of stuff. I
I'll be like, just let it go. You like, oh man, I gotta get that. After that deep breakdown, I'm like, let it go. You like, oh hell no.
I got some stuff there.
But yeah, man. But that's what's up. But I'm gonna text you my number too, man. So whenever we can have a close, I can shoot you a text or whatever, and we can just set some stuff up, man. But I'm just thankful that you came on. I really am.
And thanks for hosting me, fam. It's anytime, man. I just happened to catch you streaming. Normally I'm not even on now. I'll be getting up so early now. And maybe we can chop it up about the system I've been working on. I got a whole I would call it a fitness system, but it's deeper than that.
Already. Yeah, we can. Yeah, would you want to just chop that up like live or do something? Just that what you saying, or just general?
We could engage interest. I mean, I've been on this for 2 years now, man. And when I tell you some of the things I've been doing, it's just been totally contrary to a lot of
man. I want to know. The hell with that. So yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. See, offline. Fuck that. We gonna chop it up. Then we gonna bring it to the brothers. But I definitely want to know what the hell you been doing.
Yeah, man, it's been great. You've seen just some of the results, so I'm gonna be posting some newer pictures, some updates. It's been ridiculous. But we'll just say some of it was inspired by the plantation, man, because I had questions and I didn't understand how this stuff worked.
Plantation.
I'm being real with you. And just to give you a hint, how in the world do you think folks were operating on a calorie deficit and could complete the most difficult physical labor that a human being could do consistently and live to be on a regular basis 60 to 70, sometimes 80 years old? How?
Yeah, that's true.
Where my question started.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In my mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta see that, dog. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah,
we'll chop it up.
But I'm gonna text you in the Instagram my number, and we just go from there, bro.
All right, fam. We will chop it up.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, man.
Os.
Damn, man. That's my dude, yo. I mean, when I first heard him, I don't know where I first heard his name was said. He was on one panel, I think a while back. It was like some years, it's probably a year or two ago, I think with BGS or somebody. I said, this dude, man, he thorough as shit. Like, I just love his breakdown. I mean, he articulated like a damn grand, I don't want to say the grand wizard, but y'all get what I'm saying. Very powerful brother, Jamal. That's my dude. But these are the kind of brothers we got in the circle, especially on my channel, man. I'm the dude that's going out here and and doing that in the beauty and fashion shit. I'm that, but we gotta have him in every sector. And Nameless, I know he knows some shit to get you right. I already know that. His meditation is on point. I ain't telling him I caught a couple of his videos too, the meditation game. So I meant to tell him that. And but I had to go through and listen to more, catch up on some more of his breakdowns. But but that's my dude, man. I love you brothers, man. If y'all enjoyed this tonight, man, brother's birthday coming up and the GoFundMe for the show, I'd rather y'all do that. That go toward the show. Go to my community page if y'all want to support the New York Fashion Week. It's a big time for us heterosexual brothers to represent in the beauty industry. God damn! Shout out to Gregory with the big donation today at $275. I mean, I think is it Devontae, $100 donation. Appreciate you brothers today, man. Major League. This going to the show. This ain't in my pocket. Shit, man. My damn eating out bill is $2,000 a month. So, you know, this money is going toward the event. So make sure y'all go and just hit the GoFundMe. I'll be posting it leading up to the show. I'm trying to hit that goal of 3,000. And also, you guys, if you enjoyed the content, if you want a little support, show a little support, hit the Cash App Gloves Off Show. And I appreciate you guys, everything you guys do. And I'm gonna do a show from Miami. I'm going to Miami this weekend for my birthday. And see, my girl Z that worked with me, and me and her are just friends, fellas. We ain't did nothing. That's my road dog. But she sponsored this trip for me. She said I just need to get away and take a break, and I appreciate her doing that. You know, and so we're gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna do a show in Miami, of course, and you know, I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna try. I have been kind of just been on this grind. Y'all ain't seen me do shit else really, but on this grind. So I'm gonna get out this weekend. I'm gonna do a show from Miami, and you know, I appreciate it. Oh, another shout out to Keno Shell, Into the Light. That's my brother with the Cash App, the $50. He said dinner on me. Birthday dinner on you. Oh, appreciate you, fam. You always come through, man, with the Cash App. Appreciate that support, bro. I appreciate you, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I hope y'all really enjoyed it, man. Can somebody get that dating app thing out of here? Did it pop back up? I think it's blocked. Yeah, man. Nameless is that dude, man. That's definitely a powerful brother, man. Brothers, man, we the shit, man. All y'all brothers the shit. Jamal, Into the Light, you know. Shit, Dave. You got Michael George up in here. All y'all brothers is there. Mr. A. All y'all, man. Black Pill, especially my brother Black Pill. I gotta get him back up. But y'all drop game, man. I love you dudes. I genuinely love you brothers, man. Y'all kind of encouraged me tonight because I was thinking about my son and the shit that he going through. You know, that bothers me, shit, you know, and, you know, things that I'm trying to get done. And I gotta, as black men, we gotta maneuver through a lot of shit. Don't you know that, fellas? Holidays coming up, my baby mama, I ain't seen my son, my youngest, you know, so that I'm going through that bullshit. She breaks the family up, the mastermind. This is what we deal with, but I still got to do the show and get ready for February because that's right around the corner because, you know, the holidays, January, we be February before you know it. So, yeah, brothers, hit that GoFundMe. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I need that. I need to get all that stuff situated. Please. I appreciate you, brothers, man. Let's make this work, man. This is for y'all. This ain't just for me. This is for y'all. When I'm there representing, that's for y'all, man. That is for y'all. And anybody that donates over 100, I'm gonna put y'all on the email list. I'll get some shirts out to you guys. Some T-shirts from the show, just from me. So I got you. You're gonna get a shirt too. Into the Light. You know, you're gonna get a shirt from me too, man, because you always support. So you're gonna get a exclusive fashion show, New York City, Wall Street shirt from me. You just gotta tell me your size too. But I'm gonna get to that once the fundraiser's over. I'm gonna email everybody that. So. That's in a couple months. So I appreciate y'all, man. Again, great show tonight. I learned a lot. We all learned a lot. This was beautiful, man. We had the young brother up there. Shout out to him. My man, we go by Bod. He opened it up. And then we finished with my thorough brother, Nameless. This was a great show, man. I really fucking enjoyed it, man. I really did. This is what it's supposed to be about in this circle, fellas. Would y'all agree? Would y'all agree? Well, this is some powerful stuff, man. This is what it's supposed to be about. It made me smile tonight, man. Yeah. Even though I had the wrong damn stream, y'all. I had the damn wrong. I got all excited. I logged in. I'm paying for 2 damn stream yards. Well, only one, because this ain't the upgraded version. I think I started this when I first did the channel. The other one I paid for those monthly. But anyway, it worked out. Y'all got the information tonight. And until next time, peace.